Hello. If you're a professional woman over 40 and you are fed up as fuck with your eating habits, if you are struggling to gain control over food, then please do watch this video, because I'm going to give you one super simple trick that literally transformed one of my clients' eating habits overnight. She stopped binge eating overnight, and all it involved was a post-it note and a pen. But first I want to tell you about the client, because it will probably resonate with loads of you out there. So this client was in her 50s, early 50s. She'd had a terrible relationship with food since childhood, that binge restrict dieting cycle. She'd done all of the diets, all of the slimming clubs, she'd done the YouTube videos, she'd followed the 5-2 diet, the cabbage soup diet, she'd done the no carbs, you name it, she had tried it. And she just could not get a handle on her food issue. So this, the yo-yo dieting and the self-loathing, the self-hatred, all of that, which if you're watching this video, I imagine you are probably there. I certainly was. I had a terrible relationship with food for decades. My weight went up 4 dress sizes. I was just overeating, binge eating. And this is where my client was at. So she'd, been in that food hell, food prison for years upon years upon years. The food part actually is a small part of the issue. The bigger issue actually is the relationship that we have with ourselves. Not liking ourselves, not putting ourselves out there because we're maybe hiding behind the weight, maybe, using food for comfort, feeling like a complete failure. So this is exactly where this client was when she came to me. So then we started working together, and my clients always start to get results within the first, 1 or 2 weeks. Some clients get really big results in the first couple of weeks, other clients it takes some time. So she was seeing some small results, and by about week 5 or 6, it's a 12-week program, she was like, yeah, I'm seeing results, but there's nothing that, I'm not seeing any big shifts. So we did a coaching session. During that coaching session, I started to uncover what the self-sabotaging block was. And then I told her to write this one thing down on a post-it note, and it literally overnight, she just stopped binge eating. And I'm going to tell you what that is in a minute. But it was like this magic pill had just happened. Everything clicked for her. She'd been putting in some work beforehand, because there is work to do on this program. You don't heal your food issues overnight just by taking a magic pill. And I do need to be clear about that. But literally, once we did this, it was this massive block had just been unblocked, and she stopped binge eating overnight. Because the problem was that she was still in that dieting mentality. And that dieting mentality was telling her that she was a failure, because she was trying these diets and failing, after 2, 3, 4, 5 days, whatever, just giving up the diet, because diets are designed not to work. It's a multi-billion pound industry, or dollars if you're watching in America, industry that's designed not to work. They want you to keep going back. Slimming clubs want you to keep going back. Slimming clubs have lifetime memberships because they're designed to make money. They want you to keep going back. But the whole time you stay in that mentality, you will feel like a complete failure and like nothing is going to work for you. And it just highlights all of the horrible things that you think about yourself, which are complete bullshit. So with all these perceived failures, her belief then became that I can't fix this. And that was where the block was. I can't fix this. If you think that you can't fix something, if you think that you cannot change, that is always going to stop you from changing. You are always going to go back to the old behaviours. So I told her to write this one thing down, and it literally overnight transformed her life. So I want you to do the same as well. I want you to go and get a pen and a post-it, and you are going to write this down. And I'm going to write it down while we're doing this. So this is what I got her to write. I don't know if you can see that backwards. They did it, so can I. I got her to write this down, and I got her to head to my website, or if you're on YouTube, you can head to my lives, and I got her to watch the videos of the abundance of women that I've helped fix their food issues for good for the long term. Some of those videos are 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line. And I got her to write that down. They did it, so can I, to start to shift and change that belief that she cannot do it, that she's the only one that can't change. Because it's bullshit. You only believe that because you've been bought into the idea that diets are the way to go, slimming clubs are the way to go. And every time you kind of fall off the wagon, if you like, it just reinforces that belief that you can't change this, which is absolute crap, because you can change it, you just haven't known how to do it. You know, go to the resources in my bio, go and have a look at the client stories that I've got. I've got so many of them, they're so inspiring. But what they all show you is that change comes from within, and it's the mind that needs to change. You cannot do it through another diet or slimming club or whatever. You have to go within. You can't diet out your thoughts, but the good news is you can change your thoughts. Follow all my resources for more help and tricks and tips, and write this down today. Please, please, please write it down and start to change that belief that you cannot change, because you can. And while you're in the process of writing that down, if you haven't done so already, also hit the like and subscribe button and you'll get more amazing content. And go and check out my free resources. You know where all the links are. Speak to you soon. Bye.